Right, today I thought what I would do is pull out some of my juveniles. Not seedlings anymore, but not necessarily non-bloomers, simply because their size won't permit it, so I call them juveniles. And I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek of what's going on in that side of my collection, what's going well, what mistakes I've made. Alright, let's dive in. Okay, first up it's Paraphalaenopsis labukensis, which I got from Schwerter, which was mangled and crushed on arrival. Snapped a leaf. The crown was very wobbly, but I chucked it straight into this leca setup with the self-watering at the bottom. I've adjusted the orchid in the pot once in the 2 years that I've had it, trying to get this root to grow down into the pot. Turns out it still has other plans, so for now I'm just going to leave it, let it get long enough, keep it moist at the end here, and eventually I'm going to take it out again and then direct it back down into the pot. The rock here I've put to put the weight onto the leca because there is 1 or 2 roots that are in the pot and I didn't want them to lift out. But finally it's doing really well, considering they are very slow growers. I have this leaf that has matured somewhat. This one is now starting to extend, and this one is taking off a little bit faster now that it's getting warmer. So that's Paraphalaenopsis labukensis. Okay, here is Cattleya Moscombe, the variegated version of it, and it's been a learning curve for me with this one, because as you can see the variegation on 2 of the leaves has actually burnt. So that's absolutely my fault. I thought that it could take more sun. So I learned my lesson with this new growth when it arrived. I thought, okay, you can't take that much sun, and I put it into a shadier spot, and then it grew this new growth, which is nice and clean. And then I got overconfident, and then this new growth developed, and I did the same mistake again. Yeah, so now I have another new growth coming down here. So I'm definitely going to be much more cautious again with this one. So it's one on, one off. So I hope I've learned my lesson now. Thank goodness this is not an infection that is spreading. This is just sunburn. A shame. It hasn't bloomed for me yet, so I don't have any pictures. But before it blooms, I need to get its light conditions right and not keep doing damage to it. So that's Cattleya Moscombe. Cattleya araguaiensis, a recent acquisition that I've got in semi-hydro with ceramis and lava rock only. I had no roots on this one that I could write home about or show off. I've got one little root tip growing there, so that's new. It hasn't actually shriveled or gone downhill in any way during the winter. It's a beautiful little Cattleya. It's a species from Brazil, and I call it a juvenile because this latest growth here, it's not full mature size. The mature growth would be like 20 centimeters, but it has like a single bloom. I would say it's not like Brassavola, but you know, the thin petals and sepals, star shaped with a tubular lip. So it has a little bit of a Rupiculus and a Brassavola look to it, but it's supposed to be beautiful, very fragrant, and a bronze bloom. So I thought, you know, this one's not a space issue, and I got it, and I'm very happy to see that it's growing roots. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this one does next. Roots is one thing. I'm looking to see for new growths now. You know, you get greedy like that. Okay, Cattleya araguaiensis. Here is Cattleya dowiana, which I stumbled across on eBay, and it's a beautiful plant. I paid 37 euros for it. Yes, it's still a juvenile. It's from France. It's from Orchids. And I was very impressed with the quality of this plant. It took to the leca very, very fast, very quickly last year. It's already established in the pot. The tug test, like I do, proved itself already by September, October last year. I mean, it just dived in. The new roots just dived in. Then it grew these two new growths that are okay, considering they were during the period of establishment. Then it took a winter rest, and now it's coming out of a winter rest. When I say winter rest, I don't keep them dry. I let it go, the reservoir empty, but because of the humidity inside the leca, if the reservoir is empty or not, there's still humidity, and then I filled it up a little bit. And my winter rest consists of no fertilizer, just seaweed and RO water. So now that it's coming out, it is growing a new root there, I can see. I shall be putting in some fertilizer the next time. So Cattleya dowiana. Let's see if we can get a stonking growth, and maybe next year we can report some blooms. Okay, this sorry looking little thing here is Epidendrum embreii crossed with capricornu. I like the blooms very much, but the reason I bought this at the time from Schwerter, yes, my not so favorite nursery, is because it's got Capricorn, the name Capricorn in it, and I am a Capricorn. So I wanted to get I had the species Capricorn, but it passed away. I got that from Italy, and it didn't do very well. So that was a year and a half ago. So then I replaced it with this one it's got Capricorn in it. And it's not doing much, but I'm glad that this growth is now looking to extend. It's been sulking silently all by itself there. I don't know. We'll see. It's not dead. I'm gonna keep taking care of it. It's always in, most of my collection, it's in leca with a self-watering at the bottom. So embreii capricornu, you better get a move on and earn your keep. So this is my Epidendrum, pseudoepidendrum, crossed with something else I can't see because the tag is stuck in the pot, which is good, but I'll put up a pop-up to mention the cross. But this fantastic sized orchid also came from Schwerter. Yeah, look, I had high expectations. I have not cut that stake off because I want this orchid to see what I'm expecting. But it's not behaving, it's not doing anything until now. And now we've got a new growth coming right there. Okay, so these guys, this is how it came to me from Schwerter. I mean, this is just one example of many from that order. I was just tell me you don't have the plant. Don't send this. And this growth, when I got it, was as big as that one. I mean, I don't know. So I thought I'm going to put it in a situation where it grows up looking up and up and up and knows what is expected of it. So we keep our fingers crossed that this one will get the hint. And here is Cattleya aclandiae. This is a test. I would like to see it do well in leca. I have one root that went down into the leca. It is not established in the pot, so I'm not doing my tug test. I spray it every morning, except, depending on the conditions outside, but now, come the summer, it's getting a little bit more into its own with regards to temperatures. I spray it every morning with RO and seaweed, and I hope to encourage either more root growth or let this one down there get really into the pot, or a new growth. We've got options. The question is which one is going to manifest itself. Okay, Cattleya aclandiae. Okay, this is Cattleya schilleriana. I got this from Großrechner Orchideen. It was a mistake. That's how I acquired my Phalaenopsis schilleriana. I actually had no intention of buying a phal schilleriana, but I wanted this one, and they sent me the phal instead. And after many apologies, this, that, and the other, they sent me my Cattleya. Yeah, you can get these two confused. I get it. Not really, but okay. This one is now established in the pot. It is only acclimatizing, I would say. It has 3 new growths, 1, 2, 3 directions. And like an idiot, I pulled a new growth off the back here somewhere, but it recovered and gave me another one. I thought it looked like shriveled like this. I didn't realize it was a new growth, and I took it off because I didn't want it to rot. Duh. And then I saw the green underneath. I'm like, oh no. But it forgave me, and it promptly sent out another one. It is established in its pot. Very happy about that, because now we can get a move on and get some sizable growths back, like this one or this one. All right, so that's Cattleya schilleriana. And here is the Laelia Pacavia I was mentioning when I took my seedlings under the microscope type film, when I introduced them to you, my babies. This was the same plant in the same pot, and when it fell apart. So this is the more mature version, and it's absolutely loving its life in that pot. And I have this year this stunning new growth right here. Nice big. It's going to be a little bit bigger than its previous growth, so we're getting there size wise. And here's another one. So Pacavia is doing really well, as is its babies. So I'm excited to see what this one will bring me in the next year. I don't think this is anything close to blooming just yet, but there's always next year because it is doing well. Okay, and here is Sleepyhead, Cattleya rex, because it's still fast asleep. I'm teasing it with some RO water and some seaweed to get a move on. Wake up, time to grow. It matured a new growth for me last year, this one, and sent out roots. It's living its best life in the pot. And yeah, now I really would like it to wake up and get a move on. 'Tis the season, 'tis the season. But he's fast asleep. So he's new. He came from Schwerter, or she. I don't know how. I think Rex always reminds me of king as opposed to Regina being queen. But Schwerter, yeah, so I don't know if I have a Rex. I have trust issues with Schwerter. But whatever it is, it's got to wake up now. And this little cutie is Dendrobium speciosum Maizuru. I love this little guy. I'm saying this is a juvenile because it's a true miniature. It could be blooming size. I wouldn't know. It hasn't bloomed for me. So I'm putting it into my juvenile category. If it's offended, well, all you have to do is prove to me you can graduate to mature category. So I'm considering this blooming size. I love it, even though it's not blooming. But look what happens. It's amazing. This, when I got it, I had it like these leaves, and I was like, oh yeah, thank you very much. I got it from Orchid Garden in Poland, and I thought, I bought it for the variegation. So I was a bit disappointed, but I didn't say anything. And then it grew this one and this one last year, and then put out a little one in the winter here, and this is just matured. When it grows, growth, it goes really fast. And now I'm seeing as the older growths mature even further, they're losing their variegation, because this was white with the green edging and now it's going green. This is the cutest little plant. I love it. The growths, when they come out, I'll put a picture up. They're pink. At first I thought I was giving it too much light, but that is not the case. It's the way they grow, and it is just the cutest thing ever. So I'll put a picture up, and yeah, this is Dendrobium speciosum Maizuru. Love it. Okay, this is a graduation for Cattleya lobata coerulea, because last year I considered it a seedling, the year before that it was a seedling, and then it developed this growth in the winter, which, well, hello, it's substantially bigger. So now I'm considering it a juvenile, because this year's growth, I hope, will increase the size. Sorry about that camera movement there. So that will increase its size on the next growth, I hope. So Cattleya coerulea, lobata coerulea is doing really well, and it took to leca straight away as well. No transition issues, nothing. All right, we are having quite the fanfare all around us. Everything is kicking off now. It's Sunday, it should be super quiet, but I guess people need to go out and walk their dogs after all. I don't know. So I hope it's not too distracting. I'm really sorry. A little bit of our background entertainment. Unwanted, but there it is. So we're staring at Caulocattleya, Caulocattleya. I'll put the names up. But this is the Chantilly lace Twinkle, a famous hybrid. Mine has yet to show why it's so famous, but yeah, it's been in juvenile status now for 2.5 years. The first growth it tried to grow with me here promptly failed. Then it sent out, no, then it moved on to this, yeah, that's right, this growth. And guess who I got this from? Schwerter. So what I got was a stupid little back bulb, sorry plant, not your fault, with a new growth. And I'm like, really? Seriously, for that price? Then it grew this one to counteract the loss of that one. Then this one was last summer's growth. This one is now starting. And I'm concerned because it's a little bit brown at the base. You can see how it's a little bit brown there. But it's firm, so I'm hoping it's just the bract. Yeah. Schwerter. My nemesis. Brr. Okay, well that wraps it up for the juveniles. I have a few more, but I thought I'd just give an introduction as to what I consider terminology from bebés to juveniles. We'll go to some maturer ones next, or we'll look at some delinquents. All right, well, stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching this video. And again, if you have any questions that I can answer, I will, and if I cannot, I'll let you know, or I'll try and find out. So thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.